Hello everybody, welcome to our final episode of Cape Rugby TV. This is our final episode for the year. Of course, big thanks to our partners on board with us. Score Energy Drinks. As you know, you can win yourself a case of Score Energy Drinks during the course of the show. We give you a last chance in this year to win that fantastic prize. Also, together with a set of masks courtesy of CTC Sports and of course MChem 24-hour Pharmacy. You can see MChem behind me here now, MChem 24-hour Pharmacy and Score Energy Drinks and CTC Sports partnering with Cape Rugby TV. Folks, tonight is our final episode of the year. This is season 11, episode 52. And of course, we know that you are heading into the new year now. And it's certainly has been a challenging year. Coming up on the show tonight, we'll be catching up with Jono van der Walt from False Bay. We speak to Gareth Jordan from Unimil. We speak to Jason Hechter, assistant coach at Durbell, and Reginald Pfeiffer, who's been so instrumental in chatting with us from Lamont Wanderers. And wrapping it up in our final segment tonight, we'll speak to Faisal Felton from Western Province Rugby. He'll come in studio with us and we'll wrap up the year. So, nice full show for you then this evening as we take you into 2022. On the line with me now, Jono van der Walt. Of course, no stranger to Cape Rugby TV. Jono, nice to have you back.
How's it, JP? How's it going? Thanks for having me again as usual.
Jono, I said it in my little intro there, False Bay, many of the clubs. This has been a difficult year. It's been a stop-start year, but at False Bay, you guys, you haven't taken your foot off the gas at all. You didn't you didn't allow anything to get you down during the year. You pushed through, you kept your members active, you kept talking to your sponsors. It's been, I would say, an incredible year for False Bay.
Yes, JP, I think I wouldn't say on the field it's been great because we haven't had much rugby on it, although we can touch on that. We have had a few chuckers, warm-ups, friendlies, and some tense competitions. So on the field it's been good, but I think we've probably done very well off of the field this year, and we've had to think outside the box once again, be extremely innovative, engage in all of our teams, our coaches, whether it be online formats, in person, and you know, the old COVID protocols was always there and something that we've just kind of learned to live with. But we've left no stone unturned. We've stuck to our guns. We've trained. We've kept guys fit and healthy. We've made sure that they contribute within their communities. We are a community club. I struggle to find and don't really quite understand how often we get probably not a community club, because I certainly live in an area in a suburb and we are part of a community and we definitely certainly train there. So we're heavily involved in our community as a community club, because that's what the club sport is. We're an amateur club, and so on our side, we would love to have more rugby. I'm sure everyone would have loved to have more rugby. You know, it's great training and great keeping fit, but even if there's no league, we still want some form of rugby, whether it be 7s, 10s, 15s, as long as the guys are just out there feeling each other, smashing each other, and doing what we all love to do, which is to play rugby. So yes, a very challenging, tough year. I'm sure some people don't mind seeing the back of 2021. And again, just like that, you know, we're all positive and everyone looks forward to 2022. So it's a very short break, some time with friends and family. If you're fortunate enough to travel, you can do so. If not, let's keep it local and lekker, but make sure we're moving and we're fit, because 2022, let's hope we get some rugby.
Jono, do you think that that the year has shown that the spirit of club rugby extends far beyond the 80 minutes on a Saturday?
Most definitely, JP. I think even if you're somebody who's young, between the ages of 18 to 36, you still enjoy some competitive club rugby, or you're part of the Jocks and Crocs, or you're part of the ladies team, or you're under 20s, there is still a space for you, and I definitely think it transcends to past the field. It's definitely it's definitely outside of the 4 white line. And so, but it's also what you make of it. So you can choose to get involved within your club. You can choose to stay connected with those members in the club, or you can also, you know, drift and kind of do your own thing as well.
Did you find in this year, of course, we know that a lot of lessons were taken from 2020, and we came into 2021 having learned quite a few lessons of how to deal with this sort of, let's just say, very difficult circumstances, how to deal with things in 2021. Did you find that there were some highlights for you? Maybe some new connections that you rebuilt or some connections that you brought back?
Yes, I think one of the big things, and again, this is where technology, social media, websites, online marketing. So False Bay, we chose not to close our doors. We chose to be active. We chose to be relevant. So we kept on with our coaching program, whether it be on the field if we were allowed to. If we weren't allowed to, we moved it off the field into the forest, on the sea. We moved it into a CrossFit box or a gym type of kind of environment. Yeah, and we just kept busy. And what that started to do is, as some of the other clubs closed their doors, or maybe weren't as busy, or maybe weren't as active, we started getting an influx of players who just wanted to train and just be a part of whatever was going on. And obviously, as you know, JP, we're definitely not short of fierce at our club. So some guys tend to gravitate towards that, and it's just been nice that we can open up our doors and just encourage people to come down and train and be fit and healthy.
One of your highlights in the year, from our side, looking from an outside perspective, was the growth of your women's rugby squad at False Bay. We've had Zoe Nordia on the show with us on a couple of occasions, and she's spoken not only here but also in the online educational sessions, talking about how she started off with 5 members, and just by constantly pushing the various opportunities, she grew your women's rugby structure to in excess of 60 players. I mean, that is one of the success stories for False Bay.
Again, firstly, credit to Zoe, just for sticking with it. It has been difficult and challenging because there's been not a hell of a lot of rugby. So the girls have tried to get pictures and get friendlies and try to play, but for a long part of the time it was just girls coming down, having fun, playing some touch, learning about some rugby, and slowly growing. We like many other clubs, have got problems. I think other clubs have far worse problems with us. They don't have floodlights, they share fields with cricket clubs, etc. So, but we have many teams within our club, and we've only got 2 fields. So it does pose other challenges when you have a lot of players. So to keep, as you say, 60, 70 girls happy and busy on a field, as well as on a 20 section of 70, 80 players, and then 270 players in a senior base. So you're looking at 400 rugby players on 2 fields trying to share. There are a lot of challenges, but I would far take on those challenges than have maybe no rugby or no sport happening on a field. So,
Jono, looking forward to next year. When will you guys be getting back on the park?
We've given our guys a very short 4-week break. We went on for quite a long time this year, but we felt that after our internal 10 competition that was such a great success, we didn't want to let any of that momentum slide and give the guys an 8 to 12-week break. So we thought we'd carry on with some on-field and off-field stuff, keep it light-hearted, keep it fun. So we've broken for a 4-week break, and we will resume on the 10th of January, Monday the 10th of January.
Jono, we'll leave it at that, and we'll say to you and everybody at the Bay, stay safe over the festive season, stay healthy, and we tip our hat to you guys for the incredible work that you've done during the year to keep your members active, to keep them engaged, to give them a home, basically, to give them a home and feel a part of a family structure. Well done to you and the squad out there. You guys have done an incredible job, and we say well done and have a safe holiday.
Cheers, JP. As you know, in the club, the work is never done, and the coaches are always hard at work behind the scenes, so the players can take a little rest. If everybody in the Western Cape is travel safe, enjoy the festive season, and let's hope big thumbs up in 2022. We get some rugby, we get the friendlies going, we get a league going, and let's as they say in America, let's make rugby great
again. We'll leave it at that. We won't comment any further. Thanks, Jono. There we go, folks. Jono van der Walt leading from the front. Of course, pity we didn't have him in studio now, but of course, as we know, False Bay, as he says, they bring the gears, they're never short on gears. False Bay has done an incredible job, as has so many of the other clubs, to keep their members active, engaged, under very difficult conditions, and of course, having to, at many times, make very difficult decisions. But we will leave it at that. And we'll see False Bay, of course, early in the year. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking club rugby. Back in a sec.